Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl ZZ. So today's kitchen, we're going to be making Jamaican red pea soup. And in a previous video, when I was doing my unboxing video, I was saying in the video that one of the pots could be used to make soup, and I had asked you guys to comment below the type of soup that I could make. I got chicken foot soup, mannish water, and the red pea soup. So because I already had pig's tail at my house and chicken foot, I decided that I'm going to make the red pea soup. I don't like mannish water. I'm never make mannish water yet. I'm not gonna try make no mannish water on big YouTube and fail. Anywho, so I'm going to be making some red pea soup with pigtail and chicken foot, and probably chicken breast and chicken neck, I don't know, but pigtail and chicken. And I'm also going to add to the soup sweet potatoes, dumplings, Irish potato, carrots, and also I wanted to add yams, yellow yams, but I don't have any, so I can't add what I don't have. I'm not going to go and buy any. Plus, if you're a Jamaican or you know anything about Jamaicans, soup is a Saturday ritual. Growing up, every Saturday I have to drink soup. So when I got older and I could cook for myself, girl, and I cook no soup. But because I promised you guys that I would make a soup video for my channel, so this one is for you guys. And thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching the videos, for commenting and liking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get into the video. So I had already cooked the peas, so I pressure cooked the peas, so the peas is now soft, as you can see. And to this I'm going to add my pigtail, and all I did was just cut the pigtail in smaller pieces, and then I boiled it 2 times so that I could get most of the salt out of it. I'm going to add some cloves of garlic to it. So I'm going to let this boil. Usually I would pressure cook the pigtail also, but it's not a lot and it's not going to take that long to get soft. Plus, pea soup is not a rush butter soup, so it will take some time. If this was chicken foot soup or chicken soup, I would have already added my pumpkin to it, but because it is not chicken soup, I'm going to add the pumpkin somewhere down the line. So I'm going to let this boil. I may add a little bit more water to it. I'm going to let this boil though for maybe 10-15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to start adding my chicken stuff, so the chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken breast, whatever it is. And then while I wait for this, the 20 minutes for this to be softened, I'm going to start prepping my sweet potatoes, my Irish potato, my pumpkin, carrots, and the flour to go. And cornmeal dumpling is what you put in pea soup. Cornmeal dumpling, not the regular flour dumpling. Cornmeal dumplings. So this is going to boil for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to spread the other stuff in the meantime to add to the pot. And I'm using this to peel it off because I don't necessarily want it to all come off, but I want it to have a little bit of the skin on it. But then, and if I use the knife, it would have peeled everything off because I have a cut deep. So And this is the pumpkin. So we have a little container on the side that we're putting the skin stuff in to add to our compost. Alright, so you don't need these stuff in it. I cannot find my paring knife, and the one that came in the set a little bit too sharp for me right now. Can't believe I go take on that today. So I'm going to peel all the stuff first, then I'm going to slice and dice it up. And if you don't have a peeler, then you just use what you have, which is a knife. So we're going to remove the parts that don't look like they're good in the Irish potato. So we're just peeling it. We just set them aside, and then we're going to cut them up. And it won't be small, because remember, it's soup for your family. It's not like you're making soup for an event where the stuff has to be small, because it's going to be put in some tiny cups. So you just need to cut it up in bite sizes or decent sizes so you can hold in your soup bowl at home. And I'm going to peel the carrot. You could use more carrots if you want, but I'm not making a lot of soup, as you saw the pot earlier. Plus, I'm not gonna put enough carrot in the pot for just make it go waste. I bet it's not really excited for the eat to look a piece of carrot. So you remove the top and the bottom, wash it off. For the sweet potato now, never used a peeler to peel these stuff before. So, and based on how hard the skin is, I'm gonna take the peeler to work. So let me stick with what the evil I know. I use the knife. I'm not sure if I need to even use both the sweet potatoes, but we'll see. The next time you see these stuff, they're in small pieces. So now our sweet potato, Irish potato, carrots, and pumpkin is now cut up. And as I told you, I'm not going to make them too small. The only thing I cut up small was the carrots. So I'm just leaving them in some water so they don't get black. So now I'm going to make the dough for the dumpling. So let's get to that. So for the dumpling, all we're going to add to it is flour, cornmeal, and a little bit of salt, like a little bit of salt. That's a little bit of salt. So we're just going to mix this all up. And then we're going to slowly add our water to it, and then we're going to combine the dough, the dry part together. So we're just going to slowly add the water. You could put your hands in it, but everyone does it the way you wanna. So I'm just going to combine all the dry dough using some water, but do it slowly because you don't really want to spoil the dough. If you do, depending how bad it is, all you need to do is just add some more flour to it to suck up all our dough. You're just going to put your hands in it and combine the dough. Our pigtail has been cooking for almost an hour. and if you can see, it is softening up. So now I'm going to add my chicken foot and chicken leg and stuff. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm making soup and I'm going to put chicken foot and stuff in it, I always season it. You could chop these in too, you don't have to. So I like to season my stuff. No bland meat in my soup. So I don't think I'm going to use all of this. There's a whole lot. So I'm going to leave this amount. Alright. So we're just going to let this cook down for a little while more. So probably I will let it cook for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'm going to add the rest of the stuff to the soup because I don't want the chicken foot to mash out. So I just want it to start cooking, and then I'm going to add the pot practically full, but we'll see. And I'm going to add the veggies and stuff that I cut up earlier. So now in the pot we have the pigtail, the chicken, and the peas. So now we're going to add our veggies. So we're adding pumpkin, sweet potato, Irish potato, and carrots. And then we're going to add our cornmeal dumpling. I'm gonna look up at it and go working on my pot. Work with my pot, work with the girl. Alright. Let me mix this around and see if I have to change the pot. You think I have to change the pot? Comment below. So we changed the pot because as you saw before, the fancy pot was not cutting it because it couldn't hold. So now I'm going to add my dumplings. This is almost basically the final step. Dumpling, not too big, not too small. So after we've added our dumplings, I'm going to let it boil up for about 10 minutes. I'll come back to a boil, and then I'm going to add my coconut milk. Let that boil into everything. Tubs of salt. I made the dough and I got how much dumpling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So about 7 or 8 dumplings I got. So the pot kind of look too small to but this one start bubble up and everything start coming together. It's going to reduce. It's not going to look so much. So I'm going to just cover the pot now and let it all bubble up together. And then I'm going to add my coconut milk. So I'm going to add my coconut milk. And then I'm going to add my you can see the meat starting to fall off the chicken foot, so you know it's cooking, or it's basically cooked. And I'm going to add some thyme, Escallion, and Scotch bonnet pepper. So, as I've always said in most, if not all of my videos, I let the scallions be big because when the meal is finished, I'm taking them out. I'm not going to eat the scallions, so I'm just adding this stuff. Go down, go down, go down. Alright, so everything is basically cooked in the pot. So I'm just going to add my noodle. This is optional, so I'm adding a cock soup. You could add pumpkins noodle. You could add any other noodle except fish tea or Manish water. That mess is from the pot. So this has to boil over and make a mess on the stove. When you're cooking, certain things will happen. I'm not going to use all of it because I don't want all of that noodle flakes in it. I'm going to use half of it. And then I'm going to add a little bit more salt because I tasted it earlier. So I needed a little bit more salt. So a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. Okay. So then I'm just going to let this come to a boil again. And let it, because the pumpkin is already cooked. The sweet potato is cooked, the Irish is cooked, the dumpling is cooked, so it doesn't need to cook for long. As you can see, the sweet potato here is already cooked, so I don't need it to cook for a long period of time. So I'm going to let it simmer for about another 5, 8, 10 minutes, somewhere thereabout. And then I'm going to turn on my stove and enjoy this Jamaican red pea soup with pigtail, chicken foot, chicken neck, and chicken breast. So, ooh, this smells really good. Cause the soup look nice, man. Jesus. Ooh, you could burst your pepper, but not everybody eating from this pot likes pepper, so I won't burst it.
A few moments later.